What's up there and welcome to a brand new video on 414 Anime. In today's video, a gift guide for anime fans. I was looking around online, there's plenty of videos, you know, gifts for him, gifts for her, gifts for mum, but I didn't really see anything for anime fans. So I thought I'd combine a little list together of just like bits and bobs that could be good gift ideas for anime fans or little stocking fillers. And I thought that would be pretty cool. And of course, I'll leave links in the description below to the vast majority of the items I'm talking about here. So make sure you check that out if you see anything that you're interested in picking up for an anime fan. So with that being said, let's roll intro and get straight onto the video. So kicking things off with this list, and it's an obvious one really. What would you buy an anime fan? You know, maybe perhaps some anime. So what I've done is I've got a collection here, a little bundle of some anime that I think would be a good, you know, kind of some cool like little recommendations. The first title here is Guilty Crown. This is kind of set in the future. This one's quite a, like a special one. You know, some people know about it, some people don't know about it, but I think this one's an absolute killer series. You know, it's got everything in it. It's got a really good story. It's got like a future setting to it. Really nice, kind of charming thing to watch. Really easy to kind of like get down into. So Guilty Crown is one. Next up, I have High School of the Dead. This is from people that are more into their kind of like zombie or horror kind of thing. So this is a survival anime. This is one though that, you know, if you were to pick this up, it's not family friendly in terms of its fan service. It likes to show off the girls in all their beauty, so I wouldn't stick this one on while you're all eating your Christmas dinner. Next up, you can go to like the box set side of things. So I've picked up Madoka Magica as a recommendation. Don't be fooled by like all the pretty little kind of like magical girls on there. This series is a lot darker than that seems. So, you know, this one shocks a lot of people when they see this for the first time. So, you know, you can actually get the box set of this. This one's like kind of split into two movies instead of the full season. So it's kind of like you can watch it quickly in two little bits. Or you can buy the first season, well, the first season, the only season DVD. So I'll link that there as well. But as well as that, they have a proper actual movie called Rebellion. So this is set after the series. And I think it's one that, you know, definitely needs to go in combination with, because it's an absolute killer watch. Finally, if you really do love the person you're buying for, you can go for the Fate Stay Night box set. So this thing's actually quite pricey, but you know, really awesome series this. Fate's quite a popular franchise within the anime world. A lot of people tend to ask, where do you start with this franchise? And vast majority say start with Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. So we're going to go with that. Next on the list, you know, if you're not going to buy them anime, the next obvious thing would be manga, right? So I've picked out 3 manga that I like. I mean, to be fair, I didn't really get into reading manga until like about a couple of years after watching anime. So this might be like a cool kind of gift that gets them into like the manga side of things. And if it does, I do apologize, because obviously like anime stuff does kind of stack up in money. But I picked 3 anime. My favorite manga of all time, I recommend this to everyone, is Twin Star Exorcist. So this is like a shonen kind of manga. It's got like action, romance, really kind of cute, really easy series to get into. This was actually in fact the first manga that I read, so I definitely recommend that. Of course, if you'd like to see more kind of like bios on the things I'm recommending, check out the links down below. But anyway, next up we have Akame ga Kill. So this is a really cool series, and the cool thing about this manga is, you know, a lot of people have heard about the anime and have watched the anime. However, the manga has a lot of like kind of like different things. You know, the anime missed out bits and bobs. The story's actually kind of almost in a sense completely different towards the end. So for anyone that's a fan of the series, this would be an absolutely fantastic one to go for. If not, the story is a really awesome kind of like go through, and it's yeah, you get connected to these characters. Final one is Nizukoi, and this is a very popular manga from the manga world, I guess. There's quite a fair few volumes on the go. This one's like a typical kind of like rom-com in terms of its series, so I definitely recommend picking up that. I mean, I saw it everywhere and thought, you know, I'll give it a go, see what it's all about. Hooked, absolutely fell in love with it. Next up on the list, an absolute favourite of mine would be coffee mugs. I love coffee, and what better way to, you know, enjoy your coffee with your favourite anime characters on the front. So, you know, I've got a couple here. This is like an Attack on Titan one. We've got Naruto, which is a really kind of popular series, like old school. And then we've got like this Konosuba one. So they come in like boxes like this, so they're nice and easy to wrap. So you can either stocking filler this this, or you can have it as its own kind of present. So really cool, yeah, mugs for the win. We all love a good mug. Next up, I would say is like kind of anime memorabilia, so to speak, or like little kind of like gimmick and proppy things from the show. These definitely, you could probably say, are stocking fillers. First one I've got is Death Note. So this is from the series Death Note. Basically this book, I mean, if you haven't seen Death Note, this book is a key to the story. So this is kind of like your own very kind of little prop. Cool thing about this is that it's just blank lined paper in there, so they can use that as a notebook, or at the front, it's actually got like little bits and bobs from the anime. If that picks that up, hopefully it does. So yeah, this is really cool, and you can pick this up like really cheap. Like I said, link in the description below. Next up from the series Naruto, you can actually pick up the headbands that they wear. These are really kind of like just gimmicky gifts, I'd say. I mean, they're not, I can't imagine they'd go around like everyday life wearing one, but like they're just like basically like little ninja headbands kind of thing. So I thought that was pretty cool, and once again you can pick them up really cheap and just an easy stocking filler. As well as that, of course, you can find some like bootleggy items, once again from the Naruto series. This little cool box here is actually a kunai, which is a weapon of choice from the show. So kind of like a little proppy thing there, and that's really cool. And they can just like have a little kind of swish at that themselves, and then maybe just, I don't know, have it on a bookshelf or something. And talking of props on bookshelves and whatnot, you could also pick them up one of these maybe. This might be a bit too far, but this is a Dominator from the series Psychopath. So it's basically just like a little prop gun from the series. I thought it was pretty cool, and I was thinking, you know, in terms of anime memorabilia, you know, this thing looks pretty cool, and as far as I know, are very cheap. So cool filler, I guess. Next on the list is quite an, you know, it depends how much you want to spend, really. It's anime figures. So these are very popular within the anime scene. So you've got your scale figures like this one over here. This is like your top tier. This is like, these cost like, they can go to the hundreds. So I'd do some research if you're going to go into this much money you're spending on someone. Make sure you get a character that they're going to like. So there's the scales. If not, you can always go for what they call prize figures. So these are like much cheaper. You can tell there's a difference in quality of these, but some of them are actually, you know, really good, and they're a lot cheaper than the scale figures because they're a lot more cheaply made, if that makes sense. The thing with figures, obviously, if you're looking around online, you can possibly get the bootlegged ones, and you can tell they're bootleg because the quality is absolutely dire and a lot of the details really odd. So I'd be careful if you're walking into that kind of territory. But I don't know, it's hard with figures. I mean, you can pick some up on like Amazon and eBay, but you kind of need to know what you're looking for. And if I leave a link in the description below, it'll probably be somewhere like AmiAmi or Solaris Japan, where you can get them imported over from there. But then you've got to look into like shipping and import fees and stuff like that. So if you're going to go down the figure route, make sure it's something that they absolutely want and you know what's going on, because there could be dodgy territory. Sticking with the figures though, you can get these like Nendroids. So these are basically like little chibi versions of the characters. It's really cute. So these, you can generally pick like some of these up for like £40 or something like that. I'll link a couple in the description below. Failing that, Funimation have recently brought out their own kind of like little Nendroids of the My Hero Academia characters. So this is a very popular show at the moment. So here's a boxed Deku one. You can get these for about £20, so that's really cool. And I unboxed the Bakugo ones. They'll look like that. It's cool. They've got like their little base, they've got a background, and you know, it looks pretty cool. So for 20 quid, that you know, that's pretty awesome. Or once again, even failing that, you can even go down the route of these pop animation figures. So this is a Kirito one from Sword Art Online. Kind of like love-hate anime, this one. You know, like some fans absolutely love it, some fans absolutely hate it. So once again, we're going into like the figures or anime side of things. Do a little bit of research, cheeky bit of like talking like, oh, I've just recently got into this, what do you think about it? I love that show, so good. And you're like, cool, I'll buy you something like that. But yeah, pop vinyl figures, a lot easier to pick up. You can usually get them in your local HMVs and like they're pretty easy and accessible to get. So I'll link this one and then you can have a look at the other ones that they have on offer, I guess. Of course, if you didn't want to go down the route of figures, you can go for like plushies, which are pretty cool. So this is Monokuma, it's from the series Danganronpa. So you can pick these up pretty cheap, because obviously I think these are quite like bootleggy, but you know, I'm happy with the quality of them overall. They're basically just decoration pieces for me. So I'll leave a link to this one. Another popular kind of character, but a cheap plushie to get, would be this Koro Sensei from the series Assassination Classroom. Once again, more so like kind of a decoration piece more than anything, but I think that looks pretty damn cool. As you can probably see around here, I've got some cushions like kind of set out. I recently got this one from Amazon. It's a Bakugo from My Hero Academia, and yeah, I got this for like £8 on Amazon, so I'll leave a link to that in the description below. They do a couple of the other characters as well. They do Deku and Todoroki, so they're really cool. I mean, obviously like they're not official like items here, but I'm really happy with that, and they're like really soft as well, so you know, brighten up the room, brighten up their lives. Signing people up for subscription boxes seems to be quite a popular thing over the last couple of years, Christmas wise. You pay a fee every month, or you can sign them up for like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and they'll get a box delivered to their door that's got loads of like little goodies in there. You'll usually get like a t-shirt, and then like sometimes you'll get some manga in there, sometimes you'll get a figure, you'll get these like little kind of accessories and whatnot, sometimes a poster, and they're pretty cool. The ones that I usually go for would be Loot Anime. They're a pretty good one, or you could go for Aki Bento, which is this one here. In terms of price wise, they're roughly around about the same. I usually pay about £28 for these a month, but like I said, they've got little plans going, and obviously this time of year there's probably going to be deals and whatnot. Something just to factor in there, with the Aki Bento boxes I usually have to pay an import fee, which is generally can be around £12. Sometimes I have to pay it, sometimes I don't, whereas Loot Anime I've never had to pay an import fee on it. So if that's going to influence your decision, then probably go for that. But thanks for watching, thanks for listening to my rambling. I hope this video was useful to you. This was basically my gift guide for anime fans. Of course, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, I hope you've got some good ideas out of this. If you've got any cool ideas yourself, of course, leave them in the comment section below, as it's going to help out, you know, anyone else that's watching this video. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more anime content, be it figure reviews, fact videos, top 5s and more, then hit the subscribe button. But that is it from me. If I don't see you before, have a very wonderful Christmas. Take care.